Hello, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the pool party. I hope you can swim because we're definitely diving into the deep end with a huge splash of truth, facts, evidence, information, and proof. Swim. Say what you mean. It's talk about talking. How we listen, how we hear, how we speak, how we hear what we're listening to when we speak, how a listener hears what we're saying, if what we're saying, what they're actually hearing and or understanding. Is it clear? Swim. Say what you mean. Well, that's just the beginning of understanding, because after we get that understanding, how do we accept it? How we respond if it's not what we expect is paramount. Are you okay with the truth? Are you man, woman, human, or spiritual enough to accept the truth? Let's find out. Okay. Welcome to The Swimming Pool with your host, Travis Bridges.
Good evening. Welcome to The Swimming Pool. SWYM. That is the acronym for Say What You Mean. Are you saying what you mean? I certainly hope so. If you're not, this would be a good day to start. So on 3, if you're not, we're going to start. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Stop playing. Okay, from now on, you're going to start saying exactly what you mean. Okay? You got it? Okay, cool. Well, welcome to the swimming pool. I am Travis Bridges, and I have a subject tonight, topic. It's called Say What You Need to Say. Very simple. I've got a John Mayer song I'm going to play at the end, and I want you to listen to the words to that song to see if you can relate to it at all. Why did I pick this topic? Because I've been around long enough to have many people stop talking to people, including myself. But there comes a time, if something's on your heart and on your mind and you need to communicate it, you really need to have that open door to be able to do that. The only way you can have that open door is if whoever you need to communicate to is also open. People have closed minds. They have attitudes. They have egos. So many things that will cause a person from speaking to a person. Married people in the same house get mad about something, won't talk to the other person. Brothers and sisters get mad about something that happened at the family reunion, or that happened at grandma's funeral, or at Uncle John and them's wedding, and they won't talk about it. They'll just hold the grudge. It does something to your soul. It really does. You don't sleep well. And if you find yourself going long periods of time, 6 months, 3 months, year, weeks, however long, years, where you haven't spoken to someone for whatever reason, you're hurting yourself. Don't even realize it. And I guess the point I was about to make is this. If you found comfort in that, there's a what do you call it? I don't like to use the C word, but something that just eats at you, that you just put on autopilot and just allow it to eat. We should have a clean conscience. We should have a clean, untainted spirit. And I have I hope I can find this. I'm going to go off. Let's see. I hope I'm going to still be on camera. If I'm not, I'll know when I get back. But there are 2 scriptures. Maybe I won't go to them. Look them up on your own. Matthew 8:15 talks about, if you have an ought with your brother, go to your brother and try to talk to him. If they don't talk to you and won't listen, then you go with 2 or more or someone else, and then you try to talk to them. If they won't listen, then you tell it to the church. And then if the church doesn't listen, if they still decide they're not going to listen, then you just wipe the dirt off your feet or whatnot and just go on with your life. So when I talk about, wanting to be able to talk to someone, and someone won't talk to you for whatever reason, and you know you've done everything you know to do to try to make amends, there comes a time where you have to say, okay, well, fine, you be stubborn. I'm just going to go on with my life. If you know you've reached that point, then by all means, go on with your life. And it may hurt. You may have to, as my mama would say, you may have to cry sometimes. But find that peace within yourself to try to make amends with someone. Sometimes you just don't need to talk to people. Sometimes people don't need to talk to you. Sometimes people will reach that place in their lives. Man, my eye is, I got to go off camera for a minute. Hold on a second, y'all. Something's irritating my eye. Hang on. Let me see how I'm going to do this. This is weird. I've got to fix this too. Where's my screen? Hold on. I'm going to come back. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me fix this eye issue I've got here. I'm going to keep talking while I do this, but I've got to do some maintenance on my eye. And I didn't want to do it on camera. I'm going to get back to my subject, so just bear with me. I've always thought about news anchors when they have to blow their nose or sneeze or something gets in their eye. You know, what do they do when they're on camera? I guess they figure it out like I'm doing. So let's see. Wow. If I can reach this napkin over here. Everybody with me? I guess I created this whenever I was doing the COVID concert series. And it's still there. And it still means to say, I'm going to come back. Man, one of these nights I'm going to come on. I'm going to have my saxophone with me. And y'all going to say, what meaneth thou this? But I'm going to bring it back. It's just a matter of time. Watch what I tell you. Okay, I think I'm going to come back now. I fixed my eye issue. Okay, back to my point. Say what you need to say. It's important, to say what you need to say, because when you go for long periods of time and don't talk to people, we know what gets on a person's nerve. Let me just go ahead and speak for myself for a moment. I'm a big, tough, strong guy, and I'm kind of a hybrid. I can be sensitive, and then I can be, straightforward at the same time. But if someone doesn't talk to me or doesn't answer me, it does bother me for a little while. Eventually, I'll get over it. But somewhere in the back of my mind, it's like, I sure hope that they are doing better. I hope they get their stuff together to where they will eventually want to talk. And if they do, that's great. But if they don't, okay, so be it. Some people have calloused so much that they can say, I don't care, and never talk to someone. Brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, you don't talk to your child. You don't talk to your brother, your spouse, former spouses. Again, I don't want to, want you to get it twisted. Some people you just need to go ahead and let them be. I think the Bible calls it a reprobate mind. Let them go ahead and be that way, and it's okay if they are. But the point I want to make, if you by chance are someone that you have a problem with someone, you may not have to be the one to initiate the call, but open the door and allow, if someone wants to communicate with you, open the door. If someone hurts you really bad, you don't want to see their face, fine. You should not put yourself in harm's way. If someone has harmed you, has betrayed you in some kind of way, and you feel like it's a threat to your life or to your sanity, by all means, go on your separate way and just leave them alone. That's not what I'm talking about. You know who you are, and you know who you need to talk to or someone needs to speak to you. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to play this song because here's what happens. Even if you are in the right, which chances are, if you're the one who's protecting your own sanity, you have to live your life. And if you're, and I'm using the term right because I, for lack of a better word, if you feel like you have, done everything you know to do, and you're right, I don't know. I don't want to lose my train of thought. Just keep this in mind. If something happens to that person, whether you're right or not, once life ends for whatever reason, you can't go back and say, hey, I was wrong, I'm sorry, or I'll give you the opportunity to say your piece. You can't do it then, it's too late. And by all means, if you've done someone wrong and they've passed on and you haven't been able to, there's something called grace and forgiveness, and you can find peace and still. But if you betrayed someone after they've gone, shame on you. That's another story, another live stream for another night. But I'm going to try to close because I've got stuff going on. I'm going to get on back to it. Christine, how you doing? Thank you so much for showing up on time this time and staying. I've got a couple other people with me. I really appreciate it. This is therapy for me. But I'm going to get on down to my point, and then I'm going to play this song before I go. Listen to the words to it. It is the theme song from the movie Bucket List with Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson, I think it was. I hope I'm not getting them wrong. But it was a very good movie, and John Mayer did a great job at, the importance of saying what you need to say, because when it's too late, it's just too late. And it doesn't make sense. You may think you're tough and bad, if you're saying, okay, I didn't do anything wrong, so I'm not going to talk. I'm going to shut the door and leave it closed. Don't be like that. It's totally unnecessary. But, if you have to do what you have to do, go on and do what you have to do. And if you're at peace, that's, that means something also. Hey, Tony Morrow, hope you're doing well. So I'm going to go ahead and go on. The other scripture was Isaiah 1:18. It's talking about reasoning together. It's important. I'm so glad I'm not long tonight, long-winded. I want to make a very quick point. Give people the opportunity to say their piece and or apologize. At least, if you need to be the one to say your piece and or apologize, don't go for too long and let it fester inside of you, because it can't come out any other way but in some kind of sickness of some sort. Don't hold it in. It's very difficult. There's nothing like when somebody's hurt you and you're mad, or you just want your way and you just don't want to talk to somebody. Don't be like that. Find the better part of yourself and at least open the door. Open the door. No one has to know. You don't even have to call anyone or send a text or email or write a letter. You don't have to do anything. If your heart is pure and sincere, the door will be made and the opportunity will be made for you to speak or for someone else to say what it is they need to say to you. In closing, don't be that way. And if you've been that way, just repent. Change your thoughts. Change your mind. Be nice to people, even if they're not so nice. Because when people are going through stuff, you never know what somebody... When people are mean and they're nasty and they are whatever they are, they're going through something that they don't know how to handle. I believe we're all, peaceful beings. We're created that way by, the Creator, who's, peaceful and is not about confusion. Some way, somehow along the way, we get caught up in whatever, and then we hold grudges. Release. Breathe. See if you can find some peace. It's just like when I was talking to my son about budgets the other day. There's always places that you can cut. If you want to cut some stress in your life, if you want to, save energy, you turn off power, unplug certain things. There's certain ways you can cut back on a lot of things to make room. On my computer, on your phone, you delete pictures and videos and things that take up space. Well, if you want some peace, find people that you need to say, not just I love you to, but hey, I'm sorry, or I apologize, or I'm sorry I didn't give you the opportunity to speak or say your piece. Maybe you've even heard it already. Time changes people. Maybe they have something different to say. All I'm saying is open the door a little bit. Good energy will flow to wherever it needs to go, and you will find people sending your text or dialing your phone so that they can say, hey, listen, and I'm sorry, it's a very hard thing to say, especially if you're stubborn and you got a nasty ego. But do it anyway. You'll feel better. and the person you're talking to or that you are allowing to speak, they'll feel better too. There's no need to know someone's feeling bad and just let it go. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like that? Somebody call you or send you a message and you don't answer for a day or a week or never answer. Don't be like that. I done said it 1,000 times. Okay, I'm not even gonna play a commercial. I'm gonna go straight to the video, and then I'm gonna go. Let's see. Let me find it. Here we go. Oh, here it is, right here. I'm gonna play this video. Enjoy it. Listen to the words, and then maybe even find that movie bucket list and watch it. It's pretty cool about stuff people get to do before they transition or move on in life. If you know you need to say something to someone, if you know that someone wants to say something to you, be the bigger and better person. Open the door, allow them to do it. And if someone comes to you, don't go into the I told you so mode. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, or don't do unto others as you would not have them do unto you. If you wanted to speak to someone and someone, just don't rub people's face in it when they're trying to be nice. And don't you be nasty. If you need to say something to somebody, find a way to say what you need to say, but get it said. Don't let it work inside of you, because it will make you sick. You don't need to be sick. Okay? Say what you need to say. Thank you so much. Till the next time, find someone you need to say I love you to, and maybe apologize or I'm sorry to. Don't just say it. Mean it. Let it be true. Okay? Have a good night. I love you so much. See you later.
As much as this information is designed to bring awareness to how we listen, hear, and process, it is also a form of therapy. The little person inside of all of us needs to be heard. As adults, even listening to ourselves is a form of healing, strengthening, and growth. It's okay to speak, talk, express yourself, and be heard, even if you're the only listener. If our testimony does anything at all for anyone else, that makes the continued effort worth the time. Get the words out. You'll feel better, and that's a promise. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
Sometimes it seems like all the good times are gone, but you got to keep on searching. You got to keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. For example, take me standing right here today. I would not be here with you if I believed the things that the people say. You got to keep on searching. Keep on searching. Keep it on the cool side. Keep it on the cool side. Keep on